Hello, guys, and welcome into Night Paper Radio's Saturday press conference show. I'm your host, Jaymie. I'm going to be going over all of that information. Um, so first things first, I do have real quick ad read that I will play in the middle of the show for the most part. So, first things first to go over. It is official. It was announced this morning from Schefter, Ian Rappaport. I think ESPN tweeted out. 49ers are officially, I'm reading this from Adam Schefter's Twitter account. ESPN sources, 49ers officially are placing all-pro running back Christian McCaffrey on injured reserve to his calf tightness and Achilles tendonitis. McCaffrey will now miss the next 4 games at least before the team assesses whether he can return in mid-October. So that is official. He was rolled out yesterday from playing this week, and then the rumors started rumbling that he's going to be placed in IR. It is sad, but it is a necessary thing that needs to happen. Like I was talking about on last night's show, these kind of injuries, soft tissue, ligament injuries, all of that are not easy to judge. They're very finicky, easily to re-injure and everything like that. So not too much of a shock. And yeah, so that is that. All right, so I'm going to go through a couple of these clips that we have from the presser on Friday. Got some stuff from Kyle starting off. Here's the first one. This is his little clip on all the game day injuries for this week.
Game injuries. Huff will be doubtful. D. Winters is questionable, and McCaffrey's out. Game injuries. Huff.
All right. So nothing too surprising. Hufanga is doubtful. He has been trying to play. He's still doubtful. Winters is questionable with his ankle injury, and then McCaffrey is ruled completely out. So no too crazy surprises. Here's Kyle on how rookie Purcell is doing after his situation with the gunshot and everything and all that.
I was just talking to him yesterday. He just started working out again. I think it was a weight room workout yesterday. But yeah, he's back to conditioning, getting back in football shape, and getting back to healthy. I was just talking to him yesterday. He just started working out again.
All right, so that means that he is back around the facilities, light training, getting back into game day shape. Makes a lot of sense. This dude's a beast. And yeah, he's hope I'm very hopeful that we'll see him soon. Sounds like his recovery is going well. I think him staying around the team is probably been really good for him and stuff. So yeah, I think that's really great. All right, here's the next one. Kyle on running into John Lynch office with the Brandon Ayuk situation.
I had to sprint because I had a team meeting at 8:30, and I was getting ready for my team meeting, and Brandon just randomly walked in and talked to me at 8:15. And it's very Brandon-like to pick that type of time because I was trying to get ready for something else. So about 10 minutes into talk to him, I realized we needed to talk a little bit more when the meeting was over. And meetings can go a while and stuff, and I knew we were in discussions a lot with Pittsburgh, so I actually called up to John, and he didn't answer, picked up on the first ring. So I just wanted to make sure he wasn't on the other line making any trades. So I ran up there and just said, hold on, let's talk after this meeting. I had to sprint because I had a team meeting at 8:30.
So that's basically very interesting. Sounds like they're really close to being able to trade with Pittsburgh. Extremely close, and Kyle obviously wants to keep Ayuk around and was able to stop that initial trade from going through and working stuff out, and Ayuk is staying with the 49ers. So cute little interesting tidbit, it was cool. It's very interesting. Seems like Kyle's very much involved in when players he doesn't want getting traded, it comes down to the wire, and he ends up being able to stop it. It's very interesting. All right, here's the next one. Kyle, on whether or not BA was getting traded.
Oh, no, there was no trade done, but you just never know when that stuff's going to happen. When you're going through negotiations, going through trades, like that's why it's hard to keep up with all the reports and stuff because, stuff is going on, but nothing was imminent. Oh, no, there was no trade done, but
Yeah, so makes a lot of sense. Seems like Kyle is kind of like in the same boat as a lot of us. Is just like with negotiations, if it could change in the dime, and I think that's what people sometimes forget is they could be very difficult, very tricky, and obviously there was all the rumors flying around about where Brandon was going to go with trades and all of that fun stuff. So it was all very interesting. But yeah, it makes a lot of sense. I guess, but so I think Kyle tries to stay out of it and let the front office does it, and then if he needs to intervene, he intervenes, which I think is an interesting tactic. All right, gonna play some ad reads to help pay our bills for the show. So bear with me for a second, and I will get to these.
Today's episode is sponsored by Power Brand Systems. Need help getting new customers for your business? Let Power Brand Systems help you grow with their powerful tools. Visit powerbrandsystems.com/Niner Faithful Radio for more info. If you like our content and would like to support the show, consider leaving us a tip in our tip jar at ninerfaithfulradio.us/tip jar. Join our exclusive membership community where you get exclusive NFR content not available anywhere else. Join our exclusive chat, 20% off of all non-sale For the Faithful by the Faithful gear, and much more. Visit portal.ninerfaithfulradio.us/login to join.
For the Faithful by the Faithful Season 4 apparel is finally here. To see this year's designs and also save 20% off of Season 1 through 3 designs, go to ninerfaithfulradio.com/shop.
What's up, y'all? It's your boy Niner Faithful, inviting you to check out our game day shows. I'll get you ready for the game with our pregame show. Jason gives you his thoughts on the first half with our halftime show, and Jaymie will wrap things up with our postgame show. Follow us on social media at Niner Faithful Radio on Facebook, Instagram, Tumblr, and TikTok, and at Niner Faithful R on X. This segment is brought to you by Shop49ers.com, the official online store of the 49ers. Use our affiliate link in the description to get the latest official Niner gear, save 10%, as well as help out this show. This segment is brought to you by SeatGiant.com. Use the promo code NinerFaithfulRadio at SeatGiant.com to save on all your theater, concert, and sporting event tickets, as well as help out this show.
Alrighty, thank you guys for bearing with me. So these next clips are just fun little clips. As you guys all know, Frank Gore got inducted into the 49ers Hall of Fame on the Monday night game against the Jets. And so he did a little press conference about that. So we have some clips from that. This one takes a second, so hold on.
The year my mom passed, the Rams game, it was tough. And it was hard because, every morning, I got a call from her, and that call didn't come. And it was hard to get up. It was hard to get up, no matter what I did, try to do to get up. It was hard, but I remember when she first went into the hospital and got sick. I was a junior in high school, and when I went to the hospital, she told me she wanted me to go out there and play. And the week she died, I knew that what she would have wanted me to do. And I remember the play. It was 4th and 1. I got the big touchdown to help us win the game. And I just knew that I felt like she was with me on that play because I didn't even know how I got out to get to the touchdown. So I know she was out there with me. So that was probably one of the games I will remember.
All right, so that is that one. I think that's really nice. Frank Gore was actually one of the first jerseys I ever got. I don't think I have it anymore because we moved. So I unfortunately don't have it. But he was one of my favorite players, especially during that era of 49ers football. He was always so much fun to watch. And like I don't remember too much of that time. I was a lot younger then. So like my memory, and I wasn't as watching all the games as much as I do now. Um but it was a really fun, like he was a fun player to watch, and it's just a testament to him as a player and how he was able to play for so long, and his support system and all of that. It's really a nice moment. All right, here's this one. This one is Frank Gore being inducted into the 49ers Hall of Fame.
It's my family, man. I always be red and gold. I'm happy to be inducted to the 49er Hall of Fame. It's a blast. Had a great 10 years here. Met great people. Had great teammates. Only thing I wish we could have just won one. It's my family, man. I always be red and gold. I'm happy to be inducted to the.
Yeah. So obviously he very happy. It's a big honor. Very cool. Makes a lot of sense. And yeah, I think we all wish you guys would have won 1-2 in that 2012 against Baltimore Niner Super Bowl. That would have been great. He was, yeah, I remember that too. But I am glad that he has good memories of this team. I know after he left here, he bounced around a little bit. So I am glad that he always ends up coming over here and that he's still involved in the team and has a good relationship. And I think that's something that's a testament to how Kyle and John have built a good community over here and for the most part, have really good relationships with the former players and always welcoming to the former players and stuff. I think that's great. All right. Frank Gore and leaving the 49ers.
When I left, it was I was great to when I did leave. The other organization was great to me. They was great, but it's just that when you get a call coming out of college and this team called me, that nobody else probably didn't want to take that chance because my injury was they were scared of it, and they wasn't here. So it's the love that you have for the first team who drafts you is different than when you go somewhere else because they didn't know what they was getting here. I showed other teams that the 49ers made the right decision, so it was easy to come get me after, because what I've done here for 10 years. So that was the big difference. When I left, it was.
Yeah. That's true. It is kind of crazy how he's had such a good career after his injuries in college and all of that, and that the 49ers really did took a shot on drafting him with his injuries, and it worked out tremendously. But yeah, like he said, I think that's true. Sorry. I think that's true for a lot of the players with with their first with their first team who drafts them. Is there's always a special place for them and whatnot. All right, and here's the last clip for 49ers with Frank Gore and his most memorable moment.
Will be when we went down to Atlanta. Beat beat Atlanta in the NFC Championship, and I'll say that because the guys who I played with, when we all came in, around 2 or 3 years in the league. We was the laughing stock of the NFL. And around my 7th year, Pat 5th year, Vernon 6th year, and Alex 7th year, we was one of the best teams in the NFL, and it was the same guys who everybody used to laugh at, and we got the opportunity to show what we was about in this organization. Will be when we went down to Atlanta, beat in the one.
All right. So that makes sense because that was definitely their height of their dominance in the NFL at that time, and that game is crazy. The highlights that I remember that I see it's insane how well they've done, and overall it's just crazy. It's it's very cool. They they were a really good team just and they finally got their coach. I was able to coach them all together, and they were an incredible roster. It's just their story is kind of crazy. Very different than how this Niners team is, but it's still an incredible story. And I think that win was insane to get into the Super Bowl because they really proved themselves that they are a really good team. So yeah, overall, those were all of the little clips that we had today. And yeah, but obviously not surprising, but the news of the day, Christian McCaffrey officially on IR, according to Adam Schefter, Ian Rappaport, all the big news outlets are tweeting about it and put it out. So we won't be seeing McCaffrey anytime soon. 1 second. And everything like that. So yeah, that is all I really have for you guys. I know some of you are here. If you guys have any comments or anything in particular you guys want, anything in particular. Otherwise, I will let you guys go. Enjoy the rest of your Saturday. I will see you guys tomorrow for the post game show at around 8:00 after work. So I will see you guys then. Have a wonderful rest of your evening, rest of your weekend, and as always, go Niners.